We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Set up. 30 base. Blue down. Get it.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Saquon Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Jones operating from the gun. And this is Shepard on the catch. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A give to Barkley out of the gun.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Ready. Send over. Hard. Check 13. Ready.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 49 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Jones. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
At the 38-yard line.
Break. 80 weapon. Gone.
Big stop, D. Big stop.
2nd and 11. And an alley to run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll set up a throw. And the ball is knocked out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. And I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This goes to Barber, the running back. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
High 7. Shoot.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Quarterback taken down and sacked. A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On the ready.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 6-0 our score after 1.
Let's make these babies cry. Ready, set. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Hey, stand off. 10. Now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Ready?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Barkley looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
3rd down.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
I'm here all day.
5.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs. Into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check 43.
Right. Look at me. Zipper.
They'll run with Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. David Moore, the intended target. And now it's second down. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. On second down, here's Barkley. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Set, ready? 8, read.
Mike. I got it.
Speak Rivers.
Back to throw now on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Go.
Reset.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Yep.
Watch the backer.
Leo. Look. Squeeze. Snap.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Evans. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
90 Wolf.
Now back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be third down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They go back to the ground with Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 9 now. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Back to throw here. And an alley to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Jones, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They come out here in the eye.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, it's Barber. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Down. 60 or.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Keep gripping.
His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 17 yards and a Giant first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready, set. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Here
we go. Check 26. Check 26. Whip, whip. Whip, whip. Watch the whip.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Hey, exit.
Jones now. Throwing on 3rd and long. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Yeah. You're out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, wahoo!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Delta.
That's the way.
Now Jones, operating from the gun, gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 41-yard line.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Man, pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Jones got a man, Slayton. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. A 1st down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. They're going to look to throw.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Ready! 90 Wolf!
Quit talking about it and bring it. Shit!
5! Shoot!
2nd and 2. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Smith! Now!
They'll look to throw. He's got Evans. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me.
Hey, Charlie!
Here we go.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Single. Single in the slot. I got 11. I got 11. He's mine. He's mine.
Hey, we got tight left, tight left. Leo. Hey, high 7.
Looking to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10.
The score, Giants 13, Buccaneers 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So for the Giants, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.